Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Chief Richard Del Toro. Welcome to our second quarter 2023 award ceremony here at City Hall. Thank you all for attending. Got a great crowd today. Hope you all had your coffee, because our PIOs here are going to be reading. I told him to speak up a little bit. It gets a little monotone sometimes. It put you to sleep. But it's all good fun. He finished number 1 in the lieutenant's test. He's happy. You got to bring him down a notch here. Let's give him a big round of applause. He's a good guy. And I want to wish a very special happy 50th birthday to Commander Casey Donnell, who's in the back. And we have a special guest here today, our Chief Legal Advisor from the City Attorney Office, Amber Izzo. Amber, thank you for being here. And a very special friend in the police department. He used to work at the academy. He's now in the financial world. So if you need any good financial advice, Mr. Darren Minger, thank you for being here, sir. Appreciate it. All right, you're on. You ready?
Let's do it.
All right.
All right, we'll begin with our 10-year service citations. Officer Fatima Barrera, Officer Ben Gaspar, and Officer Greg Gibbons.
Congratulations.
15-year service citation, Officer Amanda McCarty.
Yeah.
A 20-year service citation, Detective Sergeant Kaminsky.
Yeah.
For our career ladder program, Officer Brittany Holly and Officer Josh Kirkus have achieved Police Officer 1. Educational achievement, Detective Sergeant Robert Perkins has achieved his Bachelor of Arts in Criminology. Officer McInerney has achieved his Bachelor of Science in Criminal Justice. And Officer Mark Woodruff has achieved his Master of Science in Criminal Justice and Master of Public Administration.
So real quick, I just wanted to mention, out of the 355 current employees we have at the police department, over 61% have achieved higher education, including 30 master's degrees and over 100 bachelor degrees. So great job. Keep focusing on continuous improvement as we move towards being a profession. That formal education just becomes so much more important. So congratulations, Mark, and to the other recipients as well. Thank you.
Next, we have a unit citation for West Blackwell Drive. Detective Albert, Crawford, O'Hay, Redwood, Savichev, Officer Dean, Officer Gaspar, Canine Officer Corey Kresick, Officer Valentin, and Officer Woodruff. Congratulations, you are being awarded a unit citation based on a nomination submitted by Acting Lieutenant Bort. A victim called 911 after seeing a male on his camera attempting to enter his vehicle. The suspect fled and the victim chased him around the corner where he lost sight of him. Officers responded to the scene and began canvassing the area. Officer Valentin and Kresick noticed a vehicle dome light on at a residence on Southeast Rock Springs Drive. While investigating, they observed a male just west of the car matching the suspect's description. The male complied with commands and was taken into custody. In his possession was a wallet containing a third victim's information. Detectives and officers worked together to complete their reports, process the scene, and obtain a confession from the suspect. The incident and arrests were closely related to a spree on Northwest Buttonwood. Your teamwork on this case is well deserving of a unit citation. Keep up the outstanding work.
Great teamwork right there. So in over 10 years, we've gone from about 1,200 auto and residential burglaries to just over 400. And it's because of teamwork like that, focusing on the analysis where we're having our problems and putting our resources there. But outstanding police work. I always love it when Corey's in photos with us because I get about 1,000 likes on Facebook whenever I'm with Corey in any type of photo. Wish he had the dog with him, but no, great job, guys. I'm super proud of you. Thank you.
Next, we have a unit citation for the Patio Circle Bulletin. Officer Chamberlain, Chaparro, Colon, Durbin, Falerios, Gaspar, Lawless, Muriel, Officer Mitch Miller, Detective O'Hara, Officer Penny, Southern, Valentin, Detective Vega, and Officer Warreno.
Awesome, brother.
Congratulations, you are being awarded a unit citation based on a nomination submitted by Sergeant DeRico. On June 28th, you responded to a call for 2 auto burglaries on Southeast Patio Circle, witnessed by a neighbor who saw 2 males wearing hoodies. Officers flooded the area and established a perimeter, but did not initially locate the suspect. However, officers continued their close patrols, and at 6:30 a.m., dispatch called regarding another auto burglary in the area. A suspicious person wearing a red hoodie was seen jumping a wall headed towards Cumberland Farms. The suspect was observed and a perimeter was established again. Officer Miller deployed K-9 Landy for the track as Officer Falerios guided him toward the subject using the drone. Ultimately, the suspect surrendered. Midnight officers from various districts, along with day shift officers and detectives, all responded in support as a team, which led to the suspect apprehension. Your teamwork on this case is well deserving of a unit citation. Keep up the outstanding teamwork.
So again, another great example of teamwork. You know, about 100 officers respond there, and we got 1 detective has to follow up on everything. So Brennan, great job on all the follow-up on that. We appreciate you, brother. Good job.
Next, we have a unit citation for our police memorial services. Commander Izzo, Lieutenant Black, Detective Druga, Griffith, Harrigan, Iannone, Laviano, Lavecchio, Valentin, Palmer, Officer Barrera, Camara, Dominguez, Herzog, Kresick, Lawton, Petrie, Reisinger, Officer Julian Wright, Bill May, Melissa Jundrahan, Lisa Smith, Jamie Sparks, Jen Ladina, Donna Hentz, Nick Manzi, Frank Smith, and from City Communications, Avi, Gus, and Ernesto.
Gus, gotta come out of the room.
Congratulations, you are being awarded a unit citation based upon a nomination submitted by Acting Chief Del Toro. The meticulous planning and execution of the countywide law enforcement memorial service and the annual PSLPD law enforcement memorial were truly remarkable. Your ability to coordinate with various agencies and organizations demonstrated exceptional leadership and organizational skills. The teamwork ensured that the event was a dignified occasion, honoring the fallen officers and providing support to their families and colleagues. Your dedication to ensuring that the sacrifices of our fallen officers are never forgotten is a testament to your character and unwavering commitment to the law enforcement profession. Great job.
May 15th, that week is known as Police Memorial Week. There's nothing more sacred in this profession than remembering those who made the ultimate sacrifice. So on behalf of our entire staff and team, I just can't thank everybody enough for coming together for the countywide memorial service and also our police department memorial service. Outstanding job, and I know the families of the lost really appreciate it. So thank you all. We love you very much for all doing that and coming together. Thank you.
Next, we have a unit citation for the Harper's Pub homicide. Acting Assistant Chief Nimzik, Acting Commander Carmichael, Sergeant LaGrega, Sergeant Wards, Capozzi, Officer Warreno, Morales, Jacobs, Bernst, LaBarber, Gilbert, Garcia, Vargas, Chaparro, Leafling, Souther, Rutherford, Lawless, Risco, Detective O'Hara, Harrigan, Lavecchio, Nieves, Giacconi, Malavetsky, Detective Jones, Penny, Nags, Iannone, CSI Joel Smith, CSI Kathy Espo, CSI Acevedo, and Michelle Chitoli. Sergeant Capozzi, Officer Morales, and Officer Warreno are also receiving accommodation citation for this incident. Congratulations, you are being awarded a unit citation based on a nomination submitted by Sergeant Capozzi. On April 9th, Officer Warreno and Sergeant Capozzi were dispatched regarding a suspicious person in the Southeast Portsmouth Boulevard. While patrolling in the front parking lot, multiple gunshots were heard from the back parking lot. Shortly after the gunshots, they observed numerous people running out of the bar yelling for help and that someone had just been shot. As they approached the scene, vehicles and motorcycles were fleeing in every direction. While Officer Warreno was dispatching information about the suspect and his motorcycle, Sergeant Fazio provided additional officers, set a perimeter, and notified command staff. Sergeant Capozzi exited his patrol vehicle, approached the gunshot victim on the ground, and began life-saving measures. A motorcycle and truck were observed attempting to flee the area. The bike left the area, but the truck made a wrong turn and was stuck. The driver was safely detained. Officer Morales was on his way to the call when he observed a motorcycle matching the description of the suspect bike traveling at a high rate of speed on Southeast Portsmouth Boulevard. Despite knowing the dangers that the suspect had just committed a homicide and was possibly still armed and dangerous, Officer Morales activated his emergency equipment and safely pursued the second suspect. The 9-mile pursuit ended safely with the suspect detained in Martin County. Due to the bravery of all these officers, assistance from the ATF, and the efforts of everyone who assisted in the apprehension of the suspects and processing of the crime scene, this investigation came to a safe and successful conclusion. It is for these reasons that you are being awarded a unit citation. Great job.
Can't say it enough. Another great example of teamwork, but when something like that happens in our city, it's literally all hands on deck, and everyone just came together and got a pretty bad offender off the streets that night that committed a homicide right here in our city, which is completely unacceptable. I will want to point out, though, just as an example, we can pursue people, folks. We can pursue people. Did a great job. That was definitely a forcible felony in our book, but no, awesome. I literally have, I would say, the greatest job in the world because, while I'm sleeping at night, my family's sleeping at night, there's officers out here putting their lives on the line each and every single day to make sure our community's safe. And I get to get up every single morning and read the command notifications and just see all the great work that's happened in the last 8 hours or so. And I couldn't be more proud of everybody in this department for the work they do. I didn't sleep through that incident, though. I did get woken up and told about it. So great job by everybody. Couldn't be more proud of you, but thank you all for a great job.
Next, we have an accommodation citation for Public Service Specialist Donna Froley. Congratulations, you are being awarded accommodation citation based upon a nomination submitted by Manager Kim Reisinger. On June 29th, while you were on a break outside, you witnessed a citizen trip over the cement parking stop in the parking lot and fall onto the sidewalk. You quickly ran over to help the woman who had minor lacerations. You called 911 to have rescue respond. While waiting for rescue, you stayed with her and her husband to keep the subject calm by asking her questions to ensure she stayed alert. It is due to your quick response and the compassion that you show that you are receiving of accommodation citation. Great job. Accommodation citation for K-9 Officer Corey Kressick and Officer Carson Perkins. Congratulations, you are being awarded accommodation citation based upon a nomination submitted by Sergeant DeRico. On June 29th at 11 p.m., officers were dispatched to the area of US 1 and Village Green regarding an elderly male stuck in a ditch and surrounded by water. The call originated as an attempt to locate, who had initiated a ping as the subject was unsure of his location and said he was falling into water out of breath and could not escape. In addition, family members advised that he is in the beginning stages of dementia. After initially pinging the phone, it was determined that he was near Becker Road and the Turnpike. You quickly arrived from another district and searched the water area behind Veranda Gardens. You found tire marks near an embankment and spotted the vehicle from a distance. While on foot, you could see the subject, who was sitting on the downhill side of his SUV, dangerously perched on the embankment in distress and unable to get up the embankment. The air unit guided you and informed you that the vehicle was about to roll over onto the subject. You were able to reach the man and guide him out of immediate danger. You are being awarded accommodation citation for your selfless, heroic, and immediate actions. Great job. Definition of heroes right there. If you
I wish you could see the video, how steep that embankment was and what a challenge it was to get down there, but without hesitation, both he and Officer Perkins just did an outstanding job. So Corey and Carson, thank you all very much. Appreciate it.
Next, we have a life-saving citation for Public Service Specialist Vicky Hages. Congratulations. Based upon a nomination submitted by Manager Kim Reisinger, you are the recipient of the Life-Saving Citation Award for rendering aid to a choking woman on July 7th. You were in the process of fingerprinting someone when you heard a woman choking in the break room. You quickly ran into the break room, administered the Heimlich maneuver on her, and dislodged the food she was choking on. As a result of your quick thinking and immediate actions by providing life-saving measures, you saved a woman from choking. Thank you for your prompt response. We have another life-saving citation. Acting Lieutenant Caudell, retired Officer Golson, Officer Gonzalez, Officer LaGrega, and Officer Lawton. Another life-saving citation, Acting Lieutenant Bort and Officer Commander. Congratulations. Based upon a nomination submitted by Acting Lieutenant Bort, you are the recipient of a life-saving citation award due to your quick actions on May 25th in rendering aid to an unconscious and not breathing female at a business on Southwest Kashmir Boulevard. Once on scene, the victim's husband was performing CPR. Acting Lieutenant Bort and Officer Commander worked together to continue chest compressions and affix the AED to the woman. Once the AED was set, a shock was delivered. The victim again regained consciousness with shallow breathing. St. Lucie County Fire Rescue arrived and assumed care. As a result of your quick thinking and immediate actions by providing life-saving measures, the female is likely to recover. Thank you for your prompt response and dedication to our community.
You know, if Officer Commander ever gets promoted to Commander, it's going to be very awkward. Probably going to have to change that rank, but good job, man. Congratulations.
We have a life-saving citation for Officer Patrick Simpson.
Yes.
Congratulations. Based upon a nomination submitted by Acting Sergeant Freeman, you have been selected for a life-saving citation based on your quick actions on May 20th in rendering aid to an unconscious child. You were dispatched to a drowning at a home for a not conscious, not breathing 4-year-old child. Once you arrived on scene, you observed the girl lying on her back, unresponsive, while receiving CPR. Immediately, you took over CPR and started performing chest compressions. The child began breathing on her own. You stayed with the child until St. Lucie County Fire Rescue responded and took over. As a result of your quick thinking and immediate actions by providing life-saving measures, the child recovered. Thank you for your prompt response and dedication to our community. Another life-saving citation for Officer Keith Applebaum and Officer Bryce Thomas. For the Chief Brian E. Ruther, manager of the second quarter, Lieutenant Michael Beath. Congratulations, you are being presented the Chief Brian E. Ruther, manager for the second quarter, based upon a nomination submitted by Acting Lieutenant Bort. Seeing a need for our agency, you developed a high-risk incident laminated trifold checklist for sergeants and lieutenants to keep in their patrol vehicles, which helps them remember specific steps to maintain control in complex situations. You obtained dry erase boards for every sergeant and lieutenant to keep in their patrol vehicles to allow them to scribe mission-critical information. Throughout the past year, you identified an issue with how reports were being checked in by sergeants, as there was no tracking of how the reports were being submitted, approved, or rejected. You helped create a spreadsheet on SmartForce, which allowed an easy, user-friendly way to track the reports. This type of leadership carries over to your patrol shift as well. You educate the sergeants and empower them to make decisions by challenging them to spark their decision-making process. While commanding the SWAT team, you reorganized the team structure and put key people in place to establish the team leadership structure. You always mentor those around you. Your continuous teaching empowers others with the knowledge to take care of current and future issues. Congratulations and great work.
So when Mike was very excited to get this award, I told him it didn't come with a mustache, though. But Chief Ruther is obviously a legend in the department, one of the original 9 hired, rose to the ranks of Chief of Police, and this award is given to a manager who just exemplifies that excellence and dedication, and couldn't think of anybody better than Mike to get that. He's not only a patrol lieutenant, but a leader in the department, in charge of our SWAT team, which is now about 37 strong, including entry, snipers, the techs, our explosive breaching team. So Mike, you just do a fantastic job. Appreciate all your hard work and leadership, and keep up the great work. The Thinker will be next. You'll devise a way. He wants one of those Heisman trophies, the Thinkers, but he's got to wait a little while. So, all right, thanks, John.
Volunteer of the second quarter, Jeanette Palmer. Congratulations. Based on Donna Hence's nomination, you have been selected as the volunteer of the second quarter. You have volunteered with our agency since January 24, 2022. You volunteer with fingerprinting of kids and helping Detective Nags and CID. You ensure that you are always available when the need arises, and you are a dedicated member of the volunteer unit. You are a pleasure to work with and a vital asset to the volunteer program. You are most worthy of being named the volunteer of the second quarter for 2023. Thank you for making a difference.
Jeanette, thank you so much. Thank you to all of our wonderful volunteers. We're close to 200 strong that save us hundreds of thousands of dollars a year for their efforts. And I don't know if there's a harder working supervisor than Donna. She's got a span of control of about 1 to 200. She's close to Jenny Salima. Is Jenny here? No, Jenny's out with, oh, there she is. It's first day of school. You're supposed to be out on the streets right now. Jenny's got close to 76 school crossing guards that are out there in the heat right now. If you haven't noticed, it's a little hot out there, but our volunteers just do a great job. Thank you, Jeanette, for what you do. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Civilian of the second quarter, Jennifer Ladina. Congratulations. Based upon a nomination received by Jamie Sparks and Commander Carmine Izzo, you have been selected as the civilian of the second quarter for 2023. You have excelled in your duties since taking over the newly created position in district support. You immediately made this new position your own and did so in a highly professional manner. You developed processes to ensure all projects and events are planned for. Additionally, you worked with various companies to purchase giveaways and help coordinate many events. You are always willing to help and go above and beyond when you do, often assisting with the awards committee and other department functions. You are a team player and do not hesitate to help coworkers when you see that they are in need. Keep up the great work.
Jen, congratulations. She's joined here today by her son, Tristan, who is leaving for deployment. He's in the Army, leaving for deployment to tough assignment, Honolulu, Hawaii. But we wish you well, sir. Thank you for your service, and God bless you in your journey.
And the last award for this afternoon, the Officer of the Second Quarter, Officer Corey Kresick and K-9 Jackson.
He's bringing the real reason for his success down here, Jackson. Now we'll get those 1,000 likes. Anybody else want to be in this photo right now? This is it. This is the big one.
Congratulations. Based on a nomination submitted by Senior Sergeant Masidi, you have been named Officer of the Second Quarter for 2023. During 4 incidents, K-9 Jackson and you took all the subjects into custody. One of these cases included an incident regarding a domestic dispute where possibly armed subject battered his sister. Officer Kresick and K-9 Jackson tracked the suspect to an area of thick brush where K-9 warnings were given. The subject refused to comply, and K-9 Jackson was sent into the brush to apprehend the subject. The subject violently resisted by repeatedly punching K-9 Jackson and kicking other officers. Backup officers deployed their tasers to take the subject into custody. All of these cases were featured on social media and the news outlets, bringing praise to the Port St. Lucie Police Department. Additionally, you performed in several K-9 demonstrations this past quarter, further solidifying the Port St. Lucie Police Department's relationship with the community. Your conduct is an example of highly accredited acts resulting in excellent police work by closing several cases and saving lives. You define teamwork and deserve to be named the Officer of the Second Quarter. Keep up the excellent work.
Is that it? All right, everybody still awake? Good job, John. Now, let's give a big hand for John. He's the best. He knows I love him. He just, we tease a lot up here. But seriously, is that not some outstanding police work and teamwork going on here in the police department or what? Give yourselves a big hand. Seriously, thank you. And thank you to all the friends and family that came out to support today. The officers and our civilian staff here could not do it without you. This is a very tough job, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. We do not close. We do not sleep. Well, I do once in a while, but no, they just do a great job. I'm so proud of everybody here. Thank you all to the command staff for being here today and for all your hard work as well. Just appreciate you so much. So let's go have some refreshments, have some good fellowship, some cake. Casey's birthday cake's over there. Didn't touch it yet. We're ready to, but happy birthday, Casey. Love you, man. Cheers to 50 more. But thank you all for being here today. Appreciate you all. God bless you. Thank you.